Hello there and welcome along. The Gardener Ben here with your next rose review. Now, for confessions, you may want to scroll on past this one and maybe move on to the next video. This is probably not going to be my finest work, and as you can see, I haven't got a massive amount to work with this particular rose. Behind me, on the very basic structure I built it at the beginning of this year, is the Albrighton Rambler from David Austin Roses. This one has been in the ground a staggering 24 months, and it is starting to find its feet, but it is a little bit slow to produce anything. And when it does produce some flowers, they are incredibly short-lived and disappear almost overnight. I was actually meant to review this particular rose for you this time last year, and I had the audacity of going away for one evening, coming back, and all the flowers that I had on it had completely disappeared, and they are going over very, very quickly this year as well. The Albrighton Rambler, named after the village close to where the English rose breeder is based, is a rambling rose reaching around 13 to 12 feet high. It has taken some time to get itself established, but if I move to one side, you can now see it has started sending up some large basal canes and getting itself going. So I might have to come back to this particular review at another time, but this particular rose is not going to be able to stay here in the trial garden for very much longer. So it's going to have to move on and go somewhere else in the garden, freeing this space up for another rose. So if I thought I didn't bring you this one now, the opportunity may completely disappear, and I might not have anything to show you at all. So we'll go through its characteristics for you, and I'll get a flower to show you. The Albrighton Rambler is apparently a repeat flowering rambling rose. So I haven't seen any repeats on myself, just one flush of flowers last year, and so far one flush of flowers now. As you can see, they are very, very quick to shatter and fall apart, but they are absolutely stunning, like a tiny, tiny miniature version of an old English rose. They open in these beautiful, very shallowly cupped little saucer-shaped flowers, which open almost flat. The softest of apple blossom white rippled through there, almost a grey white. They are really, really incredibly pretty, and all focused around a lovely lime green button eye in the very, very centre. Unfortunately, the flowers do seem to fall off very, very quickly, and apparently this one produces quite large sprays of flowers. Mine is only producing maybe 4 or 5 of these tiny little blooms in a spray, which normally seem to fall off and disappear in just about 24 to 36 hours. They don't last very long at all, but they are incredibly pretty, and they do hang and nod very gracefully on the plant. Let's get rid of that one. That one's spent. But you can see this one here, very, very pretty. This is almost like a tiny, tiny miniature version of Emily Brontë from David Austin Roses. Really is lovely. For a rambling rose, it has a relatively low thorn count, has given me no problems whatsoever with disease resistance. It's been very, very healthy, and is now, as I say, finding its feet with some large basal growth, which is producing a really nice burgundy red and even olive green colour to it. The foliage, let's pick you some and bring you some so you can see it. It's quite large and quite broad. You can see this plant is going to get quite large. So I wonder whether this one's going to romp onto more like 14, 15 or 16 feet, because some of these large ramblers take a while to get themselves established, which is probably why I'm not getting very many flowers at the moment. But fairly large, broad leaves. They are quite wide in their appearance and quite a normal matte flat green. Not a huge amount of sheen there, but very unlike a lot of ramblers, there's very little barbing to the back of the leaf axil. Say the thorn count on this particular rose is particularly low for a rambling rose. Fragrance wise, it's very, very light. It's musk based, so it's quite sweet and quite heady. I wish it was a little stronger. It would be nicer if it was stronger. Fragrance rating, this one is going to be scoring 3 out of 10 stars for fragrance rating. Disease resistance, I've got no problems with whatsoever, awarding it a 7 out of 10 for disease resistance and awarding it a low thorn count. But the Albrighton Rambler, as you can see, not a huge amount to work with here, just 1 or 2 blooms. The plant has been in the ground, for over 24 months now, just getting itself established. It is going to have to move to a different location in the garden, so check back in with me. I probably don't have enough media on this one to create any reels or shorts on this particular variety, and photographs are going to be few and far between because there isn't very many at all. I think I managed to snap 3 of this variety last year. But this is the Albrighton Rambler from David Austin Roses, and I look forward to maybe revisiting this rose in a couple of years, maybe when it's got itself itself a little more established. But I say, been in the ground for 24 months and not doing a huge amount just yet. So maybe it just needs a little bit more time to get itself established. I'll see you all again very soon. Take good care now. Bye-bye.